What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is episode 9 of the 100% Achievement Guide, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it, guys. So first thing you want to do is come over to Corinx, and you're going to give him these two tomes, the Karthus Pyromancy Tome and the Irithyll Pyromancy Tome. Don't give him the other ones, those are for someone else. After that, just go ahead and go to the bonfire, and we're going to go to Irithyll of the Boreal Valley. Once here, just go down the stairs, come to this bridge, and right when you hit those plates on the ground right there, it's not like a pressure plate or anything, it's just like a checkpoint area. This lizard will spawn, kill him, and we'll get a ring. Once you've received the ring, just continue down the bridge, and we're going to activate a bonfire. Once lit, rest at it to regain your Estus, and now we're going to get some of these items on the ground. Once you've retrieved the items, just continue forward and do yourself a nice little 360 and go back to the stairs. I recommend fighting these enemies one by one since they do quite a lot of damage. You can lure them down, just get one to notice you and just roll back or something, lure it down, kill it, and do the same. I think there's 4 of them. As you see, I got surprised by one right there. Once you've killed them, take a right up to this dead-end staircase and pick up that Titanite shard. We're going to continue up the path, and there will be this waterfall area. We're going to want to kill the enemies here. And once they're slain, pick up the 2 items. And then there will be more enemies that do like a set path. We're just going to sit at the back of the waterfall and wait it out to where we can just walk right past them. Once you're past them, come over here to this tree. There's an item in the snow. Pick that up if you want it. We're going to continue on the path and take a left here. Going to kill this crystal lizard. And then we're going to hit an illusionary wall right there. Continue down the path, there will be another enemy. Once this enemy's dead, turn to the right and there will be a Titanite shard. Once you've picked that up, just continue down the path some more and take a drop. We'll pick up this item first by the tree, and then we're going to take out this evangelist. Once the evangelist is dead, open that gate and just continue back up the path we just went. As you see right here, I got noticed by 2 enemies, 2 of those sword enemies, so I had to do another path. Now instead of going left where the crystal lizard was, go right, and right here we'll pick up a soul. We'll use that to get more souls to level up or buy spells. To the left here, before that stairs, is a Titanite shard. I'll go up the stairs, and in here will be another bonfire. Once you've lit the bonfire, go back outside, and we're going to go to this archway. The reason we do this is so we can lure some of these enemies. Once lured, go back up, and instead of going down the stairs, we're going to take a left and pick up this item. Continue down the path, and instead of fighting that enemy down there, we're going to go where those enemies were that we just lured out. We're going to pick up this lightning gem, which we'll be using for an achievement. And then right here we'll be picking up another ring, which will be for another achievement. Forget about that enemy and go down here. You can pick up this item. That guy won't notice you, hopefully. Go back up and just basically go back to the bonfire. Once at the bonfire, you can rest to regain your Estus if needed, then talk to Henri. We're going to obtain a ring and a gesture. Make sure you exhaust your dialogue by doing that, you're going to get a repetition of the same dialogue. Come over to the right and get a proof of a Concord kept. We'll be using that for, I believe, a spell for another achievement. Now coming to this graveyard, we're going to pick up this item and fight off some of the invisible enemies. Go to the right at the end of the graveyard, pick up this item, and then we're going to come up to this harpy right here and kill it, and then pick up 2 more items. As you see, this is an undead bone shard. That's for another achievement. Now instead of going right, go left and down these stairs. To the left here, they're kind of unnecessary items, so if you don't want to do this part, that's fine. But you can grab these and you can either sell them or use them. I had some trouble with the dogs, so I'd recommend luring them out and then killing them before grabbing those items. I kind of got lucky. Now, if you wanted to skip that area right there, just go to the right here and go in this building. What we're going to do is just walk straight through it. All the items in here are unnecessary. Going down this path, we're going to take a right, and the first archway we're going to hit is the illusionary wall. We're going to kill the crystal lizard and continue on the path. Kill this enemy, he's a screecher. We'll pick up, I believe that was a gem. The blood gem. We're going to drop down and pick up this ring of sacrifice. You can use that to save souls. If you die, you can put it on, go back, and you have another chance to get your souls. Pick up that green blossom if you want. Go to the right here in the giant puddle. There'll be a landmass. We're going to pick up that soul and continue on, and we're going to get a spell. This spell will be used for an achievement. Now, get out of that cove, and to the left is going to be another item. Continue on through the puddle, just going straight. We're going to pick up one more item at the end of it, and then we're going to go into this building, and we're going to light a bonfire. We'll be using that in the next episode, or actually 2 episodes from now. Continue out of the building. Go back into the pond and take a right. In here will be a sewer system. Now, what I recommend if you're not experienced is to lure those enemies. Just kind of go in until you get 1 or 2 out at a time. But what you want to do is go all the way to this lit area and pick up these ashes. You will be needing to get those. Continue on. We're just going to come into this room. I don't think those guys can come up here. And now you'll see a friend, Sigurd. If you've been following my guide, exactly how I've been doing it, Sigurd will be here. Almost said Squidward. You'll get a spell and a Sigborough from him. Go through the building and you'll come into an art room. You'll find 2, I believe they're silver knights. I can't tell if they're silver or black knights. Well, actually, there's 1. The rest of them are upstairs. You don't really need to fight them. Once you go up the stairs, come back here, and there will be 3 chests. We're going to open all 3 and get the items. If you have the stats for it, you can use this great hammer until we get the weapon we're going to be using in episode 11. The last chest is the Leo ring. Make sure you get that. Go out of the building. And if you're embered right here, an NPC will spawn, so good luck. What I recommend in this area, if you have alluring skulls, equip them and throw them to distract the dogs. I completely forgot about that part because I haven't played this game in forever. Continue on the path, and to the left here will be an elevator. We're going to take that up and open a shortcut. As you see right here, I remembered to equip an alluring skull. Continue up the path, and we're going to just go through the building here. Forget about that item. And once we're out, before we go up the next staircase, we're going to pick up another soul. Now going up the staircase, you're going to see these enemies. You can either fight them or just run past them and open this gate. What I did is I went to go open this shortcut because it's near the church bonfire. And then I went back up and I dropped down here to get our last item. Once you've picked that item up, go back to the church and we're going to refill our Estus. Now go back to the Firelink Shrine. We're going to talk to the handmaid and we're going to buy some embers. If you already have some, forget about this part. Once we're back at the Church of Yorkshire, we're going to turn around and we're going to ember up if you haven't already. And we're going to basically go back to that gate shortcut we just opened. You can ember up after you kill these enemies if you feel necessary. Now we're going to wait on the stairs. We're just going to wait for these guys to walk away because we're going to summon 2 NPCs. And you do need to summon them to get gestures. So the first is Blackhand Goddard. And the next I think is the Pale Shade of Londor. Now we're just going to wait for them to summon in. Once they're summoned, enter the boss battle. The only thing I can recommend is try to keep your distance, let them take the lock on of Pontiff Sulyvahn, and when he summons his shade, kill his shade first and then go after him. If you're the last man alive and you're inexperienced, well, good luck. Anyways, have fun with the boss battle. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the episode. You're going to get an achievement for defeating Pontiff Sulyvahn. Make sure you like the video if you found it helpful. Subscribe if you like achievement guides or let's plays. And also don't forget to check out that spreadsheet I put in the description. I'll show pictures of what we should have by now.